Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
Good morning. What are your names, please?
Diamond Garner, Demartiana Garner.
All right. Diamond Garner, please raise your hand so I know who's who. Yes, one moment. Thank you. All right. They probably just can't get all three of them in front of the camera. And then, so I have Diamond Garner, and then I have Demartiana Garner. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then DDC, do you guys also have Ramona Bowens?
I have Ramona Bowens and Diana Garner as keep separate, so we have to do her next, Your Honor.
Thank you. Understood. I thought that might be the reason. Okay, thank you. All right. Calling cases number 240-567-9502, people of the state of Michigan versus Diamond Garner, and then case number 240-567-9504, people versus Demartiana Garner. Counsel.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Jessica Sharp on behalf of Diamond Garner and Demartiana Garner, who both waive formal reading, both understand their constitutional rights and stand.
Thank you, counsel. The court notes formal reading has been waived. Enters a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Positions as to bond.
Yeah, in this matter, people are asking for a $50,000 cash surety bond, tether house arrest as to both defendants. In this case, it's a neighborhood dispute. Most of the assaults were captured on body-worn camera by multiple officers. So evidence of guilt can be, it's great in this case. And not only did this capture on video, the officers were there observing it. Officer Jackson observed Diamond and Demartiana Garner pull Ms. Donaldson to the ground. And while she was on the ground, they kicked her multiple times in the face, causing her to lose consciousness. Again, as I said to the court earlier, this is a neighborhood dispute. They were acting in a aiding and abetting situation, working in concert with each other. I will note for the record that Ms. Demartiana Garner, I do not see a criminal history for her. She is 18 years old. As to Ms. Diamond Garner, she is, I do see an assaultive history. I see a 2006 great bodily harm, 2 counts with a failing to stop and personal injury accident, as well as reckless driving conviction. I see a 2018 attempted resisting and obstructing. And the other misdemeanors I see are all theft related, Your Honor. And for the reasons stated, I am asking because I believe that they are a danger to the complainants as well as to this community. 50,000 cash surety, tether house arrest.
Okay. Thank you.
That is so bold.
Ma'am, please don't say, nobody say anything at all. This is all part of the record. Everything you say can and will be used against you. You do have a right to speak, but let me finish first. If you have questions about bond or your next court date, okay, which you have not received yet, but there are prosecutors on and it's all part of the record. So for your own protection, please don't make any statements.
And moreover, while you do have the right to speak at your hearing, you do not have the right to speak like that. You cannot just yell out in the middle of the hearing. Please do not do that again. It does not bode well for you to seem like a person who is unable to control this. Okay? All right. Right.
So Your Honor,
counsel.
I'm sorry. That is correct. So Ms. Garner has no priors, nothing pending, not on probation or parole. She's supposed to start a job at Amazon May 1st, lifelong resident, lives with mom and siblings. They understand no contact. She does have an alternative place to stay with her grandma if necessary. I made the same arguments for the two co-defendants just a few minutes ago, respectfully asking the court to consider high personal bonds with GPS tether and house arrest. For Miss Diamond Garner, she does have that prior, but she's not on probation or parole or anything pending. She can leave the property as well. She works 7 days a week. She has 8 kids. She's a lifelong resident. She lives with her children. No KPS sister that I'm aware of. And she is almost 3 months pregnant, Your Honor. Respectfully asking the court to consider personal bond with the GPS tether.
Where else does DeMartonia have to stay? That is the 18-year-old, is that correct?
That is correct. She said she can stay with her grandmother.
That is not on the Coils and not on Coil Street.
No. That is where her mother and siblings live. So she will not be staying on the Coil Street. She'll be staying with her grandmother.
All right, thank you. In terms of DeMartonia, her actions, as described in the investigator's report, are fairly limited to a description that she pulled the complainant to the ground during the fight. She does not have any priors and has, it sounds like, very significant ties to the community, both through family and work. So for DeMartonia, I do not deem her to be an ongoing danger to the community from what is described in the investigator's report, as long as I can keep her away from the complainants. She will be tethered to her grandmother's address. So for DeMartonia, bond will be set at $50,000 personal. Okay, GPS tether to grandmother's house. Okay. What are her work hours at Amazon?
Oh, ma'am, do you know what your work hours are going to be? I know you start May 1st. Have they told you the days and hours?
7:30 is Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday through, I don't know, I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
All right. Since you seem a bit unsure, what I will do is I will write this GPS tether to grandmother's house, release to work only, okay? And then you'll have to establish that when they put your tether on you, it's exactly when that is, but I will allow you to go to work and to work only. Next court dates on this one are going to be April 30th for probable cause conference and May 6th for preliminary examination, both in front of Judge Sabri. As for Diamond, the description of Diamond's actions is much more concerning, with the officers having described her as kicking the complainant in the face multiple times in their presence while she lied on the ground, causing her to lose consciousness numerous times. This allegedly also having been caught on body camera. That is very, very concerning for the court in terms of the level of dangerousness to purportedly be doing that in front of police, have it captured. Also notation that they had had a difficult time even getting her to stop the assault that was occurring in their presence. That is very concerning in terms of community safety. For that reason, as to Diamond, bond will be set at $50,000 cash surety, GPS house arrest if she's able to make the bond. On this one, there will be a bond redetermination hearing in front of Judge McConico, April the 22nd. After that, probable cause conference set for April 30th, preliminary examination set for May 6th. both in front of Judge Sabrine. Now, I don't know if your client still wishes to speak and you wish to advise her, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, ma'am, please, at this time, again, I'm gonna just remind you to exercise your right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. It's all part of the record. There's multiple prosecutors here. You will have an opportunity to speak to counsel in a confidential setting. This is not it. You do have a right to speak respectfully to the court at the appropriate time, but as your attorney, I'm gonna advise you to not speak, because anything you say now can and will be used against you. Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Garner, having been so advised, is there anything you wish to inform the court or state on your own behalf? Are you guys muted over there? Okay, I wasn't able to. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear or understand. Please repeat yourself.
They burned up my vehicle, man. That's the reason why I'm going through this. They set my car on fire. I don't have no transportation for my kids to go to school or my other kids. They burned up my car. They don't know shit they do. You only know we'll hear what we do. They do shit to us first. And you try to send me to Wayne County. Let me go home.
Ma'am, I understand your frustration, but we can't understand even with it's.
I did understand, actually, counsel. She said that they had burned up her car, that they do things to her first, and now I want to send her to Wayne County. I heard everything she said, actually. However, that does not justify an assault of this nature, especially in front of police. It does not do anything to convince me that Ms. Garner is less dangerous than I believe she was upon reading this and reviewing this investigator's report. So, especially with the prior conviction for GBH. So bond is going to remain as set. There will be the bond review hearing where she can certainly talk to Judge McConico on Monday and see if on the basis of the information she's offering, if he wishes to change the bond. But for now, bond will remain. Okay, thank you. Did we do court dates here? Yes, we did. On this one, April 22nd for review hearing, April 30th, and then May 6th. No contact with the complainants, meaning no verbal contact, no written contact, no contact through third parties or social media. Any attempt at contact will be considered a violation of the conditions of the bond. Thank you.
A few moments later.
Hi, ma'am. What's your name?
Ramona Bowens.
All right, Ms. Bowens, good morning. Calling case number 240-567-9505, people of the state of Michigan versus Ramona Bowens, counsel.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
And yes, Your Honor, Brandon Bird on behalf of Ramona Bowens, my client waived the right to the formal reading, was advised to constitutional rights, and will stand mute.
To counsel, the court notes formal reading has been waived, enters a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Positions as to bond, please.
Your Honor, in this matter, as I have stated, the defendant is the mother of complainant Daniels. She is approximately 60 years old. I do not see a criminal history. She came to the location with a roller skate and swung it on DeShantis Williams. So I'm asking for a $50,000 personal bond and no contact with Ms. Williams or any of the people in this address.
All right, thank you. Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, so obviously self-defense and defense of another likely to be raised here in the future. Not seeing any priors, not seeing any assaultive dangerousness to the community, not seeing a flight risk. Bond will be set personal. Was there a particular amount of personal bond you were requesting, Ms. Coyle?
I was asking for $50,000, please.
All right, thank you. Bond will be set at $50,000 personal. Ms. Bowens, you are not to have Ms. Bowens no contact. We need to make sure that we're doing this right. She is the grandmother of which complainant?
Complainant, I'm sorry, let me, Daniels, I'm in Daniels.
Okay, so we're gonna take that out of the no contact because it was in there. Yes, right. So this is gonna be a 50,000 personal with no contact with, I don't even know whether the no contact should apply to Ossie Cab and Nicole Donaldson. I don't know the.
I don't know, I don't know if they know each other, because I know Mr. Cab does not live over there. That is his sister's home on Foyle. So I would just say no contact, because I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
All
unless
right, so
Mr. Bird knows.
that's okay. I am gonna remove the no contact with Ms. Daniels though, since that's the granddaughter. So this will be a $50,000 personal, no contact with Mr. Cab or Ms. Donaldson. Meaning no verbal contact, no written contact, no contact from third parties or social media. Any attempt at contact will be considered a violation of the conditions of the bond in that case. Next court date here is going to be April 30th for probable cause conference, May 6th. Hold on a minute, for preliminary examination. Madam Clerk, given the fact that these parties apparently need to be kept away from each other, we're about to schedule them all for the same court date in the same courtroom with the same judge. Okay, it's going to be Zoom. Okay, all right. All right. So it'll be by Zoom, April 30th, probable cause conference, May 6th, preliminary examination, both in front of Judge Sabri. Okay, thank you. And thank you for that.
Thanks,
On Ms. Wait,
Yes,
on Ms.
go ahead.
Bowens,
Yes.
the complainant on that case is DeShanti Williams. So I make sure that no contact with Ms. Williams.
Williams. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We got that, Madam Clerk. It's DeShanti.